Hello, everyone. Hello. Well, let me make this bigger. Hello. Where am I? Hello. It is Mercury retrograde today. There we are. And let me get this out of there. Hi. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We were told to come back, and that's exactly what we've done. Hello. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. So glad to see you. I'm so glad to see you, everyone. Hello. Hello. Let's do the Canton cheer. 2468. Who will we manipulate? Here we are. So glad you're here, my darlings. Hello and welcome to each and every one of you. I know that the chat is going crazy today. Thank you. Thank you. And please do me a favor, hit that subscribe, hit that like button. And oh my gosh, Roxy, my darling, you're doing it all over again. There we go. Thank you for so much for your support. And I want to thank you, each and every one, and welcome all to all the new members. Welcome, welcome. So glad to see you here. Thank you. And don't forget, now that you're members, you can definitely check out that members tab in my community tab. Thank you so much. That is so generous. Thank you, Roxy. So it's been a week, hasn't it? It's been a few things. Before we get started, I want you to go to the link that I have pinned in the chat. It is for Karen Reed's Defense Fund. She needs it more than ever, and even 50 cents is 50 cents more than what she has. And if you would do us a favor, when you donate, please put hashtag Zelda. That's all I want you to do, because I want to start keeping track. And then I want to also start matching. So we're going to do that. So thank you, and welcome to each and every one. Last night was fun, wasn't it? Even though it was impromptu. But I am definitely Rosebud, my darling. You and me both. And oh my gosh, Brennan spell check. Thank you, my dart. Listen, I'm going to tell you, it was a retrograde day. First of all, I made homemade white chicken chili. That is my favorite chili in the whole world, is white chicken chili. Is so easy to make. I put it in the crock pot and I didn't watch things, and I put it on high, and I started smelling this good smell, but it was like on the edge of, you better go check this out, girl. So I did that, had to turn it down on warm. It's all right. It's tasty. Had a bowl already. Oh my gosh. And believe me. So then I put my phone down, walked into another room, came back, couldn't find my phone. Then I found my phone, and then I couldn't find my mascara. Then I found my mascara, and I couldn't find my, welcome, Shadow, Mercury retrograde. Hello, welcome. But I'll tell you who it's going to be in favor for. It's going to be in favor for our Karen. And look here, Sissy, 25 Bros, my goodness, has become a member. Welcome to the fold. Let me give you the new member little halo here. Thank you, new member. I appreciate it, Sissy, too. Thank you so much. So I'm excited because there's a few things that I want to share with you that John's energy shared with me. But before we get started, I want to say this. This channel is entertainment purposes only, okay? I am not a lawyer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not law enforcement, but I'm a psychic medium. I'm a tarot profiler. And sometimes we really get down deep into it. So there were a few things that John has revealed to me that I haven't said. But now, as we are getting into this pre-snarky part where we're winding down, where Bev is pushing the April 1st, and quite frankly, I just do not know how we're going to make it April 1st. if Pinocchio Hanky is pushing for his motions in lemonade to be extended until March 14th. But let's hope he does. Everything that he says like that, let's hope that he does. And the reason being is because, let me see, hold on a second. Zelda, on one of the member streams, you told us how to send the stuff back to that person. It was Ziploc bag. Members only, my darling. It's in the members only. So we're not going to talk about that here. Okay. So I don't want anybody to misunderstand that. And it's just a little game. Okay. So the idea that all of this is happening now, March 14th is a lunar eclipse on the heels of a blood full moon. It's okay, darling. No worries. It's okay. You know how people get. So I just don't want anybody to misunderstand. So you know how that is. That's okay with me. Hank, you go ahead and you do this on a lunar eclipse on the heels of a Mercury retrograde in full swing on March 15th. On the heels of a full blood moon, you go right ahead, Pinocchio Hanky, and you do it. Because I'm telling you right now, that won't fare very well for him. Because I'm going to tell you what's happening. People are seeing what's going on. Ever since the drops yesterday, people are seeing it. And I got to tell you, it's not going to work out for them because it is raising awareness. Who is it raising awareness to? Well, first of all, to the public. And if the public gets outraged enough, then the higher ups, the powers that be, will what? What? And then things will start going crazy. And I'm just going to say, this Mercury retrograde, when you're in a situation like Karen, will actually be beneficial to her. It was the last time she was going through this, and it was, it was tense, but it was beneficial during a Mercury retrograde, during her trial. So I'm just going to say, watch the planets, because March is off the charts, and no kidding. And all of this is not going to start remedying until the second week of April. My darling Irish Rose here says, this has become too high profile. Yeah. And it's going to even be more high profile by the time we get to whenever they decide to do their thing. Now, my prediction is this. There is something, thank you so much, Jocelyn. Thank you. There is something that is going to come out of the blue, like almost a side swipe. Can I say it that way? Yeah, I think I can. It's going to be like, oh my heck. And we're here for it. I'm also going to tell you yes, Kelly, my darling, absolutely. Absolutely. The energy is so intense right now. And Saggy Beach 84, I love you guys' names. I love this. You just don't know how much I love being on this end, talking to you and seeing all these very creative, wonderful people. I hope the public is outraged enough to garner attention. Oh, it is, my darling. We need help from higher up to put a stop to this blatant corruption. Well, I am here to tell you. And there is a young lady here who is really doing her part. Miss Boozy Beauty. And I'm telling you, she is a beauty. I need some makeup tips from this young lady. She's gorgeous and she's smart. And that is a duo worth paying attention to. And I'm going to tell you some of this content that she has come out with has been fantastic. So thank you, my darling, I watch her on that. Now I'm on X, but that place is like a toxic bowl, right? I don't post on there. But I clicked on one thing and I got shredded for 2 days. I'm like, what? Whatever. What? Go fly a kite, you people. I think one of them was actually, what is her name? Cloak and Dagger? Yeah. So, I just don't get into that stuff. So, but look her up. She's doing a beautiful, beautiful job. And I'll tell you what. Thank you, my darling. Love you too. Big smoochies. Listen, this has welcome, Mercury. Boozy Beauty has got the stuff. She does. She does. You go, girl. She is wonderful. Now, I'm going to tell you a few little goodies here. Oh, first of all, oh my goodness, how can I even forget? Well, I have new merch in the shop that I want to show you. I think you guys are all going to love. Check this out. I designed this, and it is a mug in the shop. If you so do incline, reasonably priced, and it says, "Stamp out corruption" in Canton. And then on the back side, it says "Free Karen Reed." And then check out this one. This one is "Stamp Out Corruption," and it has "Justice for John" on one side and "Free Karen Reed" on the other. So there's also t-shirts and hoodies if you all do like that sort of thing. So thank you so much. So Boozy, you are so welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. So my darlings, okay, I want to share with you a couple of little things about John's energy. Now, I say thank you so much, my darlings. Thank you, thank you. I actually love that. I actually, after speaking with John's energy of all things, I actually got that idea. Because that's exactly what we need to do. And this is something that it's been going on for years, which brings me to a point. We talked about it last night. I am not totally 100% convinced that the feds have just dropped and said, "Thank you, cheers, cheers, we love you, Canton. You ain't done a thing. And we're not going to indict. We're not going to do nothing. We already have somebody in custody that you should have brought charges to, but that's okay. We're going to contact Chief LOL Rafferty and say, oh, it's over. You can announce it in court now. It's over." I'm sorry. I wasn't born yesterday. Not even the day before. And that farm that I grew up on didn't have a turnip truck that backed over my head. First of all, I want to just say, the feds were in town looking over Pooper Proctor before Turtle Boy even started reporting on Karen Reed. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Auntie BB. You generous little sweetheart. Well, let's just give you a little hug. Oops, hello there. Mercury. Okay, we may as well just go with the flow, right? So We may as well. It's like being behind the cockpit of an airplane back here. I just want you to know. And welcome to each and every one of my beautiful new members. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. All right. So, anyway, how could that be? Oh my gosh. Chloe's, that you guys are so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. I'm going to be playing these things all night. So, you know what I'm going to do? This is it for all of you. Thank you so much, Chloe's incisors. And, autocorrect is an enema of Hank Breenan's. Okay, so there we are, my dears. Thank you so much, and welcome to each and every one of you. My gosh, I love it. Thank you. Thank you. My gosh, you are stunning. Back at you, darling. Back at you. That energy is back at you. Thank you for your generosity. I appreciate you so much. Because of you, this channel is going wild. I never thought about that. I just do it for fun. And it's like, hello. So I just don't feel. Now, look, if they send me a letter tomorrow or they knock on the door and say, look, Zell, I got something funny to tell you too. If they, oh my gosh, what in the absolute duck? Well, I'm going to tell you, this is going to be the new merch, because I haven't really figured out what I want to do with it yet. Let me show you. Let me show you. I'm going to do something because, as you know, I am a quack. That's what somebody told me. That's what they told me. That's what they say. I can't find it right now. Of course. Oh no, there she is. There she is. We're going to open her. And there we are. So our psychic little quacky is going to be on some merch. And if you know, you know. And I've got another thing I want to add here too, because I think you guys are all going to love this. And I'm going to show you. You probably have seen it before, but I just can't help myself. I get in Canva and it's like you have to call me out and say, it's time to leave now, Zell, because you can't do anything more. Your brain is going to explode. Where is it now? Where are you? Where are you? I know you're here. There you are. And this is very appropriate for what I'm saying. I feel that it's bull. I feel that it ain't over yet. So just so you know. Now, like I said, if they come knocking on the door, they send me a letter and say, look, Zelda, quit flapping your gums. We're done with this. Then I'm going to say, okay, for now. Okay, for now, you are. For now. Because that's how I feel. There's more to this. Rafferty has already proven that allegedly, supposedly, she tells a few little fibs. And she gets off on thinking that it's really cute. LOL. Sorry, Chief. Sorry. So I think that at this point, knowing that they were there before Turtle Boy reported on Karen in April 2023, that should tell you something. And the fact that she reports and says, oh, well, they said that there's no more in the Karen Reed case and it should be done. And no one, they weren't investigating the Karen Reed case. They've already called ARCA. They've already spent the money. They already proved Karen is is factually innocent. They were investigating all the little players in the Karen Reed case. See, if you're going to be a crook, pardon me, allegedly, supposedly, if you're going to be something like that, at least smarten up a little bit. Smarten up. Right? So there we go. There we go, my darlings. I've worked with enough of these people. Believe me, they're tough to work with. You know, I'm going to tell you, they usually would work with me, but they don't believe in what I do. Isn't that something? But I was kind of the last, I was the last hurrah. That's like I used to tell them, it's like all these beautiful women lining up against the wall to go to the dance. And each one of them, a very handsome, wonderful man comes up and asks to dance. And I'm standing there alone going, hello, pick me, pick me, pick me. And finally they do because they think that they have to. So there we go. I would like to welcome Fate and Fortune with True Oracle. We are doing a collaboration stream tonight. Thank you. And I do hope that you go over there, subscribe, because when we get to 4,000 subscribers over on that channel, we're going to have a giveaway. And it's going to be exciting because I'm going to be doing more things on there for readings for you. So that's what we're going to do. And I got to tell you this, you know what next weekend is? It's a wild time. Calm down, Zelda. It's going to be a wild Saturday because it is my anniversary and the day of my birth. And you know what's so funny? I, too, was also born between a lunar and a solar eclipse and during a Mercury retrograde. And this time that we are having right now is going to be the same thing. So it's going to be, it feels almost historic. Right. Hello. The Legend of Zelda. Hello. Boozy says, more police should work with psychics and mediums if they want the truth, of course. Absolutely. I feel the same because we have something to offer. We have something to offer. Let's see. Sanding stones, my darling, not in the old days. But now I just want to be a wallflower. I want to be I would just want to be a little hobbit that just, I can hide out and just veg and read my books and do my thing and talk to you guys. Hello. So yeah, thank you though. You're very sweet. Sissy 2, wasn't Rafferty in on one of the Sallyport videos? Yes, she was. The paranormal, I call it the paranormal Sallyport crime scene. That's my version of that, allegedly, supposedly, because I do believe that. And when you hear what the energy of John O'Keefe told me, pardon me, you'll start believing all this. But yes, walked around cops, tail light, immediately turn around. I call it the paranormal crime scene because, well, first of all, we allegedly know what happened there, but paranormal, and it's because, hello, these people are just disappearing and appearing. I've not seen so much paranormal activity in a long time. Take me there. Take me there. Okay, yes. Beware the Ides of March. That is very true. And this Ides of March. So I'm going to give you the little disclaimer for this coming week. Don't let your heads pop off. I want you to know that it is all planetary. And I want you to know that there are creators out there, just like our Boozy, just like Dream Media, just like, I can't even mention, they're all so wonderful. LTL, Video Jesus, all of them are bringing their game to the table. and making everybody aware of things that nobody really even thought of. I love this comment of yours. Standing Stones, the Bermuda Triangle of the Sallyport. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so now I just want you to know I cannot look at the chat while I'm telling you this because I will get distracted because I love seeing what you guys are saying. Okay, so another little disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only. The energy that I have been speaking to identifies as Officer John's, although I don't know. And although, thank you, Boozy, although I also want you to know this. He's telling me about accidents. And he's telling me about what has happened, what would happen if someone got hit by that. Because you see what caused the crack in his traverse, because that's what brought it up, because his traverse allegedly, supposedly cracked Karen's tail light when she backed up into it that morning before she found him. It would not explode outward. It would explode inward first. And there are many layers of a tail light. So all of these miraculous 57 plus pieces that they found allegedly, supposedly, after they found John, and they didn't caution tape the crime scene, allegedly, supposedly, it was a different story. He basically says it's a different story because it takes a physical, and this is physics. Now, I'm not Arca. Hello, Crash Daddy, where are you? But it takes a force, a pressure force. Smacking won't bust a tail light as quickly as pressure. Now, that's what he told me. I don't know. You guys tell me, because you guys know more about this than I do. And most of you who have had experience with this type of things, Boozy, that's right. It's actually quite insane that anyone would believe that story that they've been saying. You know, it's pretty sad. Can I just tell you this? It's pretty sad that I have to talk to a ghost to get the truth. After yesterday, I thought, oh my heck, I want to go in my room and watch paranormal. I want to go and watch Ghost Adventures, and I want to go and watch Scariest Places on Earth and all these things, because that doesn't scare me. But this kind of crap does. This kind of crap does. Imagine. Now, I also want you to know something. We are approaching the psychological part of a criminal case. And this is the part in which they will, not now, but very soon, start contacting the defense and saying, you know what, if she takes a deal, we won't give her life. If she takes a deal, we'll give her 10 years. If she takes a deal, we'll do this. And they're starting to say, no, no, no. But here is the psychological part of this. You think all of us had an upsetting last 2 or 3 days? Imagine Karen and her family. She's in a good place. She's in a great place. She's in a perfect mindset. And that's why we have to be in a strongest mindset that we can be in, because I keep saying all we need is the faith of a mustard seed. That's it. And a mustard seed, oh my heck, is like the pin of a or the head of a pin. It's like a little grain of rice, even smaller than a grain of rice. But the psychological part of this are the games that they're playing. And because the defense is doing everything right. And yes, everybody makes mistakes, but I don't think they've made any mistake. That's just my opinion. But how do I want to say this? With all of this manipulation that is being uncovered, allegedly and supposedly, it unfolds such a bigger picture. Just like the things with Colleen Crawford and Trooper Fanning, and just like things with, the reach is far beyond Karen, far beyond Sandra, far beyond Enrique. That is what is crazy. Now, I want you all to look into it, because the way they explain this is that tail light, when it hit John and he did this little pirouette thing and he twirled and he did some backflips and he did whatever. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but they want us to, look, do we have sucker like tattooed on our foreheads? The fact that they want us to believe this stuff, Boozy is right, insane, but it does not explode. It crushes, it takes pressure. It takes pressure to crack that sort of thing. Go in a junkyard and look at tail lights. People back up into trees and their tail lights don't look like that. The arm, his right arm, that is a thing that, when you're talking inertia, you're talking all these things. If they would have hit, it would have probably not only broken his arm, broke his shoulder, broke his back, broke his clavicle, think about these things. And we are supposed to believe that those jagged little edges from the tail light scratched his arm in strategic places. Oh my heck. Wait a minute. I'm going to roll up my pant legs because it's getting so deep. Right? But I'm going to tell you why they will not give up and why she will not dismiss. Because they do not believe in a higher power. They do not believe in accountability. They do not believe that this will be proven, because they believe they've got it hidden so well. Pardon me. Pardon me, I swallowed on the mic. Okay. That's my little rant. That's what John was showing me on a tail light. He showed me pressure. So when you bring two things together, let's just talk about that for a minute. When you bring two things together, like the Traverse and the Lexus, she wasn't doing 24 mile an hour backwards, right? She wasn't even doing an eighth of a mile at that point, right? It was just an ease. And the way she hit it, and they're saying, oh no, he didn't. Bull, we can see it on the video. Who do you think you are, you people? See, they are pathological liars because they believe the lies they tell, in my opinion. So what he showed me was when you apply the pressure and those two things coming together is when it cracks. It doesn't even fully break. Think about this. If car manufacturers put such a dangerous part on our cars, I think what we need to do is start calling or start researching car manufacturers and insurance companies. If any of you auditors are out there, please tell us, how many times have you had an accident in which the tail light shattered and the car manufacturer or the vehicle manufacturer did not get sued for it? I have a long driveway here, or a parking area here in front of the condo. And there wasn't anybody around. And I thought, you know what? I got in my truck. Hello, truck and Zelda. Anyway, I tried to go 24-mile-an-hour backward. And it scared me so bad. I mean, I don't think I even made it up to 5 mile an hour. I'm thinking, you got to be flipping while kidding me. In snow, it was slick. It wasn't deep, but I think it was slick. So I think that's really what it is. I think that's really what it is. Yes. And Grace Dream Feed has a good video on tech stream data. Absolutely. Absolutely. She's good. She's a teacher. She does her little research. She's adorable. I love her. I love her. Okay, Terry says, it is literally impossible. I have done a lot of backward driving on a farm. You can't go 24 mile an hour backwards and have control at all times. Word. I made it to 15 mile an hour on a flat surface in a field. No way. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. D1111, ladies, exactly. Lexus is a relatively luxury brand. I hope they call for the CW. Well, here's the one thing that I want to hear about, because that Lexus has what they call an N-form system. It's an N-form, their information center. On those luxury brands, if you go on any place, Carvana, any of those places, even the secondhand retailers, they will tell you that they're governors, which means that they block the ability for going more than 5 miles an hour backwards. And plus, her N-form system would have recorded that. But now are they saying that they don't have it anymore because something was hosed up? C25 Pros has a very good point. If Karen was going backwards at 24 mile an hour, she would have hit Higgy. Jeep was supposedly parked at the mailbox. Righto. Right? Righto. Kelly says, exactly. Their theory, she would have had to rage smashing down to make a dry road, let alone a full road of snow and ice. Right? Right? Hello. I mean, gosh, I've been mad at people before, but you don't just go crazy. But we need a Lexus expert in there. We need a Lexus. We need a body shop mechanic. We need a Lexus. We need an insurance auditor. And we need a manufacturer for Lexus. A manufacturer for Lexus to go in and say, oh no, we don't have any records of that tail light shattering. Think about this, my friends. If it explodes like the way that they said, my gosh, how dangerous is that? They should be having recalls all over the place. Hello. So yeah, what's the Canton cheer? 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we manipulate? That's about it. That's about it. So I have a lot of confidence that they're going to do that. Now, I'm going to tell you all something. I don't want you to put any names in the chat because the chats are being regulated now, the algorithms, because some of your comments on my videos, I don't even see. I have to go into another place where it says hidden, and they hold your comments and everything else, and it becomes a nightmare. So, okay. Thank you so much, Christine. That's right. Toyota does. That's the luxury brand of Toyota. That's right. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we manipulate? Rah, rah. I was a cheerleader. Hello. Sis boom ba. Sis boom ba. Right? Okay. So anyway. So don't mention any names, and I'm going to describe the person. Do you remember how John showed me when I had remote viewing? Do you remember how I said he showed me that there was a law enforcement agent or law enforcement that was in there patting him down like this? I saw him. And I will tell you that allegedly, supposedly, in my mind's eye, now it may not have been, but it looked very similar to Trooper Proctor. Very similar. And believe me, that, oh, good, we've got baton twirlers in here. I taught flag corps at the high school where I lived for years after everything was, oh, yes, hello. Every time I hear the song Freebird, I get my broom handle and I do my little routine. Okay, so anyway, that's who it looked like. And what he was doing, in my mind's eye, was very methodical, because I'll give you a little demonstration. This is John. Head up here, feet down here. I am over here. And this trooper was between me and John. And he was standing there, would not look at his face. Slimy. And was doing this. And it wasn't it was a methodical, as in, I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. And then we heard a noise. It was in the hallway. This person, I don't know who it was really. This person looks to the left because there was a doorway to the left. There was a curtain behind me. You know, one of those curtains that they pull around people in ERs? There was a curtain behind me. He was in between John and me. There was a noise like a medical thing, you know, the like your when you blood mercury blood pressure machine type thing started going off, and this guy looks to the left. Now I'm back there trying to make a noise because that's me. I always do. Sometimes it works. And it's really this thing that we have that's called time and different mindsets is kind of a crazy thing. When you do those remote viewings like that, sometimes you can make a noise and they'll look and they won't remember. And that's what I wanted him to do. But he didn't. He was distracted by the noise from the medical machine. I'm going to call it that. And he looked to the left and he stood there and just kept looking over John. I want you to know that I did everything in my internal core and being to raise my foot and kick him square in the butt. And I'm not lying. I tried to do everything, but sometimes those time stamps, look at this, hello. Sometimes those time stamps are they're slated in stone and you can't do anything. I know who he is. I just don't want to mention it there, Boozy. I know who he is. Because, you know, people watch and I don't want to accuse anybody of anything that they'll turn on me because I sure don't need that. He did not have his cap on. He had a bald head, which most of them do. But he really looked like, resembled, in my mind's eye, looked like that trooper guy. And I want you to know, he has been thrown under the bus, and that's why he was chosen to do his little task. Because they knew he was a throwaway. They thought that far ahead. And so is Higgy. Higgy and Proctor, in my opinion, now, are the throwaways. Oh, I wanted to tackle that guy. On that type of a level, sometimes you can make people trip. Sometimes you can, I mean, I was trying. Okay, so Amy, I don't understand the point of that kind of a pat down. The only thing that I got out of this, yes, Linda, the only thing that I get out of this, the reason that he did that type of pat down, was because he did not have any clothes on. He had a glove on. I forgot to mention that, I'm sorry. He had a glove on. And I think the only reason that he did that was because I think he was searching for something and it wasn't a tail light piece. Hypothetically, he was not wearing a wire, my darling, because he did not have any clothes on. He was laying on a table. He'd already been pronounced. So there was and he was patting on the arm. And I always thought, wouldn't it be hilarious if one of Chloe's teeth would have been in one of those injuries on John's arm? Oh, well, thank you. Welcome, Jay McHugh. Thank you. We love that you're here and you're going to have a good time. You're going to love this community because, listen, we will sleuth the absolute tar out of everything and anything. And we're going to, by golly, solve everything. That's why memberships are called the Zeldanators and the Tarot Crime Lab techs, because you all are. Kelly is right. They never swabbed him. They never did anything. Nothing. That was it. That was it. I wondered this, Pro Hawk, my darling, but I didn't see that he had anything in his hand. He had a blue glove on. So there, it would have been really hard for him to hold one of those, juggle one of those little fragile pieces, because he kept patting, kept patting. Now there was another trooper or law enforcement agent that was in that room before he did this, and that guy left, and I never got to see his face. So there were two, and the bag of his clothes were on the floor. So if this was his head, he was laying on the gurney, and they were on the floor, not under his left shoulder, but kind of up against the wall. So there we are. Kate, I think it may be just too late. I don't know. I don't know if, and besides, right, Boozy? Right? That's what I thought of. I mean, he had a drape over him. I mean, you didn't see anything. He had a drape over him. And I just want you to know, when I do any type of remote looking at that, be careful what we put in the chat, my darlings, okay? Be careful of these words. I'm going to have to remove that one. I'm sorry. I have to remove it. I'm sorry. When I'm remote viewing, I never see body parts like that, like intimate body part, because you're in a different realm. So that kind of stuff doesn't really, it's there, it's outlined, but it's not there, if that makes any sense. Jeannie, I think that's a good idea, but I don't think so, because he actually had put that glove on while I was there. He put gloves on when I was there. Amy, I think what's going to happen is there is going to be someone that gives evidence, that gives a statement, that is afraid. Most of them are afraid. Most of them are afraid. So, and it's just like the lawyers from Massachusetts all think that Karen is guilty. They have to go into these courts. It's okay, Deanna, no worries. Gotcha. So that's the deal. Anyone stepping forward, I don't think. I mean, let me put it to you this way. Do I see somebody singing eventually? Eventually. But yeah, I don't think they're going to exhume. And I'm very certain that, pardon me, I'm very certain that Auntie Bean would not allow that. It is a very odd thing to do, but that's the only thing that I could think of, because it's my understanding that this same person was the one who took the duffel bag out of the house. What was in the duffel bag? I don't know. We will never know, I don't think. They did not have the tail light. I'm sorry, Kelly. Pardon me, I'm drinking and eating in the microphone. Hello, let me just get something. Let me just get some crackers that I can make some noise and into the microphone. Hello. No, my darlings, they did not. I don't think the tail light was even available at that time. I myself thought that he was looking for a leftover, like a tooth or something. That's my idea. From I think from Chloe, because the way it was described to me was that it happened very quickly, and that it was Higgy who tried to pull Chloe off, and Chloe turned on him. And he, like, hello. And then all of a sudden, because see, in remote viewing, you don't get a chronological order. You get like little chapters. Boom, boom, boom. Little chapters. The one thing that I saw, because everybody has that question about what happened to the what do I want to say? Oh, really? Oh, really? Amy, the Beatty family has been completely outcasted. Oh, yeah. See, I'm going to tell you, I'm brave. No, I mean, nothing scares me. I'm fearless, but that kind of crap. Put me in a haunted room, a haunted house that needs exorcism. I'll go in there taking the charge. Going to Canton right now, I would be scared to death. Scared. Absolutely. Yes, it was Prohawk. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So anyway, what I was telling you was he showed me this part where he was, before they laid him down in this damp room, dark room. They laid him down. Now it's my understanding he says he was face down, and that makes sense when they put him on the lawn. And I want you to think about this for a second, because even Karen said she rolled him over and performed CPR. I believe that they had him face down. Why would that make sense? On top of everything else, could it be supposedly, allegedly, that he would smother? Because when you have a head injury, you know you have to be careful of the placement of your head. But what he showed me, because there's that question of 3 leaders, and we're not going to mention that, but there's the question of the 3 leaders. He showed me where they were holding towels, because I think what had happened was they did not realize the seriousness, because they were all drunk. And when you're drinking, and John was drinking heavily, and your blood thins, pardon me, and drinking before your blood thins, or your blood thins, they did not realize the seriousness because it happened so fast. It happened quickly. It was not something that, they were brawling like one of these Westerns for 15 minutes and then there's a commercial. It was like boom, bop, done. And everything happened almost at the same time. And there was mayhem, frightening, and they held him up and put this on the back of his head. And the towels, I believe, in my opinion, is where those 3 leaders went to. Now, can we ever prove that? Probably not. Probably not. Better with Irish, my darling, yes. Plus, you don't know how hard you hit when you're drunk. Absolutely. Absolutely. They were looking for problems and they got it. Oh my goodness, there is a very generous super chat. Thank you so much, my darling. Last night when the EVP said Trinity, then support, I believe John was asking us to pray, support the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's a good thought. And that never hurts. Thank you so much for that. That's a wonderful thought. I appreciate that. So, just to give you an idea for those of you who are new, and I posted a video when this energy first came to me in January. I think it was in December, end of December into January. And I'll get to this. I'm going to put your question up there. He said that the moment that they came in, he was told, come downstairs. I want to show you something. And while they got down there, one was behind him, two in front. Now, he never said who those were. I don't know. And then he said, they're all drinking. Then he said he tripped on the stairs because they were so close. And he fell forward into those two. And they took it as though he was being aggressive with them. They planned on being aggressive with him and with Karen there. It's my understanding from his energy that he said they wanted to confront Karen. They did not like Karen at all. She didn't fit in. And I have an opinion about the feelings that Jennifer had. But everything ensued, and they didn't get to that part where they wanted to, just because the idea was they were going to confront him and say, because let's back up. You saw Higgy was upset at the waterfall. He didn't he text Karen and go, well, when he saw her there, she didn't give him the time of day. Rightfully so. So no, there was no intention to hurt him that badly. None. It was going to be a confrontation because they wanted to prove what a little so-and-so Karen was, because she had been flirting with Higgy. Because this was a buildup from all day. Now, let me go back to Prohawk Viche's comment. Okay. I said Viche, my darling. Did he show you them washing his clothes and then why was vomit on his underwear? Yes. Yes. They were trying to get, because it was a mess. And it's my understanding he was laying down. Somebody had the bright idea to wash his clothes, is my understanding. That's what I got on the remote view. They got him half undressed, and when they raised him up, he vomited. That's how it got on his little chonies. That's how it got on his underwear. That's sad. So that's the idea, because remember, it was Jennifer who told Karen, hey, I'm going to take you somewhere. I'm driving. And Karen said, no, that's okay. I'm going to. Remember? Imagine if she would have gotten into the clutches of Jennifer. It was a plan to confront them. From the people that knew Higgins, this type of behavior was on point, always needing women. Can't say the word in chat, but I think you all know what I mean. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You go. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Jeannie, when you talked about the missus of that house, what was said was she lived to clean her house. Do you think you find that odd? No. Um, not because of the circumstances she's under. When people are under, and especially women, when they are in domestic situations, they turn to those things. Some turn to shopping, some turn to, their self-care. Some women clean their houses because it's a part of recognition. It is probably one of the only things that she felt she ever got recognized for. So I believe that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Yeah, it from John's energy, it was not supposed to be Smirty. It was not supposed to be Smirty. Um, but it quickly escalated. And as I said the other night, I'm hearing that there is a new law on the books to give someone the unaliving penalty for killing a police officer. And my question, when I heard that from one of my attorney friends who is in doing, lawmaking stuff, I said, "Is this retroactive? Can this be retroactive, even in an accident? Can it be retroactive?" Yeah, Jerry's got the right idea. Um, Cleaning is self-soothing for her. She feels like that's the only thing she has. Yeah. Um, now that's a thought. Zelda, your washing machine breaking down was a confirmation from John. Yes, I believe the capital M. Yes, my darling. Yes. Yes. And I think it's a good idea because there are a lot of good people out there that look at this and are sickening. And look at our Las Vegas buddies. They are adorable and common sense and wonderful. And, it makes it bad on them. I wonder if things would have wound up better if Karen went in the house because the plan wasn't red rum. No, I don't think so. Because quite frankly, Karen is feisty and she would have fought back. And they may have tried to rough him. I mean, those are hypotheticals. It's like building a spec home. You just don't know. I can speculate all day and I just don't know. I think I do believe that the first candidate was lucky. Then I feel when it was snowing, he may have been delayed, or they needed to do something quickly, or they needed to do this or that or the other thing. And that's when the SOS theory is my theory that I made up a long time ago with other people in law enforcement and lawyers. And it's that swap out subjects, swap out suspects, swap out. You can put whatever you want in there, but it's when you commit a crime and you don't want to be held responsible, so you swap out. You blame it on someone else. You blame it on someone else. I don't know, my darling, if it is going to be, it's not signed into law yet. It will be, and I don't know if it's retroactive. It would be wonderful if it were, but I don't know. I don't know. Boozy, we knew March was going to be wild, and look what's happening. It's only the 8th. Yes, indeed. And I want to wish my great grandmother a happy birthday. Is her birthday today. She would be now 164, I think, something like that. And her name was Anna. So happy birthday, Grandma Anna. All right. So, and then let's see. John had someone on his live that spoke to another plow driver. There was a call over the plow driver's radio about for him to look out for a down pedestrian. See, they were starting to stage that, and then it just didn't work out. And then somebody decided, hey, let's Karen. So I'm going to say this. If you and I can figure this out, if you and I can, and I'm talking to all of you now, but I'm talking to you personally because I know each and every one of you think about this daily. There's not been a day that I have gotten involved with this case, and many of you have been so much longer than me. I've only been in this now for, I don't know, 8, 9 months, 10 months. Oh, 11 months, 11 months. I have not gone one single day without thinking about Karen or John or the bad actors or this or that or the other thing. Wild, huh? Just wild. Thank you all for being so kind. Thank you, thank you. Boozy. See, yes, the plow driver was told to keep his mouth shut quiet if he liked and wanted to keep his job. See, and here's the problem. While I believe that, and I see that that is true, okay? While I believe it and see that it's true, if they get that person on the stand, if they ever did, and he testified, it's lights out for him. It's done. It's over. And he knows it. He knows it. And now he's seeing an innocent woman being framed. I wasn't trying to walk like an Egyptian. Walk like an Egyptian. Thank you, Susan. Welcome, 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 my darling. Welcome to the fold. Thank you so much. And welcome to the membership here. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. It's funny because my great grandmother's birthday was a week before mine to the day, and then my grandmother Zelda's birthday was a week to the day before my sister. So it was kind of, we always remember everybody. We always remember. So, but there's so much more, and that's why I'm going to say my point is, Vogue. That's right, Vogue. That's why I'm saying, if you and I can figure these things out, if all the work that all of these beautiful people, all these creators, all of these very wonderful people that are so involved, and we're praying and all this other stuff, are we gonna think that the feds are just going to cut and run? They're probably watching. Hi. Hey, Macarena. All right. So there we go. We've got to do our part. And you know what our part is? Because, going up there is not something that I want to do. I mean, look what they did to Aiden, right? And there's something suspicious about that too, because that was a camera. That was the first thing I said. That was a camera on the inside of D&E. That's not an outside security camera. That was a camera inside. And if that's the case, but will they do anything about it? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Christine wants to know, is the new law, it's not in law yet. It's on the books. It has to be signed off on. And I don't know if it's retroactive. And if once I do find that, I will, I'll let you know, because that I'm interested in that sort of thing. Oh, Lucinda, well, happy birthday to your sweet daughter from all of us. Happy, happy. Oh, Elizabeth, I'm so sorry. My favorite great aunt passed this past week at 94. Joyce was a beautiful soul for sure. I'll tell you what. Bless you. I'm going to, listen, thank you, Linda. If they would give me bail, they may not. Look what they did to Turtle. Kept him in there for 60 days. Holy Jehoshaphat. That's sad. And plus, it's the attorneys that I would be worried about. I mean, oh my goodness, it would be horrible. So when this is over, I'll be there. Not until. Super. Thank you so much for your generosity, D1111. Happy birthday to great grandma Anna. May she be resting and living it up in the afterlife. Yes, you know what? Because I always felt so bad for her. I'm going to give you some time frames. When I was preteen and early teens, we would go over to their little house, and they had just moved there from a farm. And they were always farming. So we got used to, in the summertime, we would eat our breakfast. We would go over down there and spend with great grandma and grandpa. We would just cousins and everything else. And we would eat our breakfast at 5 a.m. Talk about dragging. And although in the summertime, you just want to do nothing. Our lunch would be at 10 a.m. and our dinner, our supper, would be at 3 p.m. And believe me, by the time we got home, I was ready to hit the sack at 7. So that was really, but the one interesting thing that I loved is that their house was surrounded by lilac bushes. I love lilacs. And my grandmother would sit and tell stories of her dad and her Uncle John. We always heard about Uncle John, but we always heard about Uncle John, who served in the Civil War. Now, back then, Grandma was in her 70s, late 70s, I think. So her mother passed away when she was 8 years old, and there wasn't any of this crying around. I mean, they all stepped up. She had brothers and another sister, and she passed away when she was 99, 98, something like that. And she was the only one left out of her family. So I'm sure she was happy to get where she was going to say hello and have a big reunion. So back to, no, story time is over. Okay, so Amy, Zelda, how can we use all this energy to help Karen and her team? I'm going to tell you this. What we're doing right now, bringing awareness by all of these beautiful, wonderful creators, digging in, looking for things, going forward, just bringing worldwide attention. That's the best thing that we can do, because like in the EVPs last night, John said, Senator, I don't think it'll be a state senator. I think it'll be a House Senate, because if people really get an ear, they're going to go, wait, what? Wait, what's happening? What's happening up there in Mass that's already being looked at? because they're under some very, in my opinion, bad leadership. The people are suffering in Massachusetts for many reasons. So that's the only thing, because people have written letters, and I think sometimes when it goes too much, then people start thinking, and they start wondering, are these people crazy? And I've seen that happen before. So I do believe that this is getting the attention. And I'm also going to say this. You cannot tell me that over the careers of Alan Jackson, David Yannetti, Robert Alesi, or Alesi. Oh, I'm so sorry. Alesi. God, I did a brain in there. Robert Alesi. And that's horrible. I feel bad. And Eliza Little have not run into something, somewhere, somehow, some client that loves them, that is connected, because that always happens. And whether it's Hollywood, whether it is another lawyer, whether it is another, I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You saw how Dr. Marie Russell got involved with this, because somebody said, look, there's a mess over in Canton. There's a mess in Dedham. There's a mess over there in Massachusetts. I bet you could help. I bet you could help. Boozy, you're right. Boozy says, we need to keep talking. There's a reason why they are trying to intimidate or shut us down. Keep yapping. Absolutely. Keep, just make sure that you do everything the right way. You do everything the legal way. You don't intimidate anybody, right? You don't accuse anything. But you keep bringing awareness that there's something wrong. There's literally something wrong. Dara Kenzie, another psychic, believes Karen did run over. She said they do this to each other. Oh boy, that's all I can say. Oh boy. It has nothing to do with a lifetime. It has nothing to do with looping. It has nothing to do with any of that. Nothing. A little woo-woo for me, but okay. Psychic interconnections. I love it. I love it. I love that Melanie calls him Spanky. I think it fits him so well. I do too. I'm partial to Pinocchio, really. I love Melanie. She's fantastic. AJ worked at the Los Angeles DA's office and EDB. Yeah, Emily knew ADA who referred Dr. Russell. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you can't tell me over the 20, 25, and 30 years that they have been around that they don't know somebody that can't influence, that can't make a phone call. Hey, maybe I do need to come up there and do an exorcism. Now, I will tell you, I think that there is some leftover energy from all the Salem stuff. I will tell you that. I will tell you that. Thank you, Boozy. The psychic is also trying to be an influencer. Be careful of whose content you ingest. Yeah, I mean, I watch other people, and I watch other people, say all kinds of things about people, and I'm going to tell you, I saw one that was disturbing, talking about someone who is in a high office politically, and it doesn't matter who it was. But the fact that she had a little box like this, she had a little box, and it was black and it in the shape of a coffin, and she had a troll that she put in there, and she put a face on that troll that looked like this political person, and would shut this coffin and say he belongs in there. Now, I mean, I was appalled. Quite frankly, to me, I'm old school. There's a standard. There's a standard. You don't say that stuff. You might think it. Hello, there's many things I think, but you don't do that. You just don't. That's not the energy that you want to call in to keep your readings on point. That's just the way it is. And I want you to also know that if I ever thought Karen was guilty or did something, I would basically say, hello. That's exactly what I would do. But I don't see that. Oh, Nurse Kim, yeah, bless her, was in court the other day. She expressed how Hanky made her feel uncomfortable and how he rolls his eyes when he walks to the podium. Of course. Wow, that's bad. Maybe he will. Maybe he will, but that's not going to keep us to be quiet. That's not going to shut us up. We'll find out something somehow, some way, even though they have a gag order. I want you to know something. Laken Riley's case made it to the White House because of all the chatter. I want you to know that my son was going to the University of Georgia when that happened, and I visited him the day that this happened, and it was atrocious. I won't forget that day. The grocery store that he would go to is right across the street from the nursing school. It happened about a quarter of a mile from where he was staying. Very bad. Very bad. Yeah, it is bad juju. I'm going to tell you, that is, you call in these sick spirits like this. Let's see, my loves, as of next Saturday, your girl here has, if I would really admit it, more than 50 years, but I'm going to say 50. 50 years in reading, and I've been spanked by the spirit world. I've learned my lesson, and believe me, I don't want to learn my gift or lose my gift, because with that kind of thing, you will. And then you just have to start making up crap. Because I'm not one to tell you, you can ask anybody throughout the years. I don't make up crap. I don't have to. I don't have to. People come to me and things are so crazy sometimes in their lives. It's like, oh my goodness, tell me more. Right? Hello. So yeah, there you go. Okay. Hanky has got a spirit over him as far as I'm concerned. They all do. That courtroom has a spirit over it. It's probably why Nurse Kim felt uneasy. Pardon me. It's the energy, my darlings. Pardon me. That's a little rude, but I can't do anything. All right. So that's probably what's going on there, is that there's a spirit that's over that courtroom, and it's because of what happened years ago. Boozy, yeah, and I want you to know, Mark Betterow has been posting, and he's okay with this decision, and because he is, we need to be too. See, that's one thing that we don't have. Our business is not to sit here and whine and complain, because yes, I would have loved to see Mark Betterow on the team, but he may be better suited somewhere else. And in the long run, this may be okay, because I feel that the defense team is going to do something else. In fact, had a fleeting thought today, wouldn't it be really something if one of these lawyers would, I don't know how this works though, would run and take the law exam and get their law license in Massachusetts and just go to work for David Yannetti, there wouldn't be anything that judge could say. If one of these lawyers got their law license in Massachusetts, think about that, my friends, and they went to work for David Yanetti's office, Judge Bevy could not do a thing about it, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure. So let's hope for that. Let me see. I don't think the jury is going to like Hank Brennan. He's going to turn on the charm. He's going to turn it on. I can tell you that. Well, you're very kind. Thank you so much for saying that. The psychic line, which is True Oracle, you see it up here. Hello, Fate and Fortune with True Oracle. They wouldn't have me, because if I had a bad reputation, and I know this because sometimes I talk to the new psychic recruits that come on the line, and if there's somebody there that has some questionable something or other, they won't last long, because you can't just go in there in this for whatever reason, because you feel, whatever, I'm going to make some extra money. It's not, you have to go in it because you have to be service to people. You have to love being in service. Have I walked away from this? I've tried a couple of times when it's gotten really intense, or if I was in a relationship and the guy that I was with didn't believe it, or was always afraid that I would figure out what he was doing. Now, hello, what kind of, you don't have to be psychic to figure out what you're doing. If you're worried that I would figure out what you're doing, hello. So yeah. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. Definitely. It's disappointing, yes, that Mark Betterow is not on the team. But there you go. I see something here that I wanted to talk about. Yeah. Okay, Joanne, I did see that. And that's normal. That's normal. They go into private practice in some type of law firm. It's totally normal. It's probably New York or somewhere up and around in there. I'm certain that he would not join the Karen Reed. That would be a conflict of interest, is thoughts. But any time that you have a change in administration, that it happened with every U.S. attorney for state attorney. So it was not a big deal. We didn't get fired and all this other stuff. No, I mean, it's happens. It's just the protocol. So yeah, I wishing him well. I was glad he put Farwell away. Not away, but locked him up. Pardon me. Bonnie, no, I'm not ill. I'm good. I sometimes have allergies, but and I'm allergic to cats. Oh. Hi, Kim. Sorry, it's okay. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. I think this is kind of a vendetta thing for Hanky too, in my opinion. Hello, red eye, right? All right, my darlings. Here we go. Hi, Marie. You're not late, darling. You're just coming in good time. So let's do this, my darlings. Should we do a few little EVPs before it gets too late? Before we do, let me get a breath for a second. Let me just go purr, 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 right? Sending you all some great vibes doing that. Okay, sending you positive energy, great vibes for tonight. It's coming out your way. And I'm going to do a little housekeeping. So I showed you the new merchandise. Thank you so much for that. And also, oh wait, here we go. Liz, thank you so much for your generosity, my darling. Late to the stream, well, you can rewatch. This is we are just rehashing a lot of things that we already know. But thank you so much. I would love it if you rewatched. Thank you so much for your support. And there we go, my darling. It's just for you. Coming in. Better late than never. Hello. It's the way it rolls around here. There we go. There we go. Okay, so are the cats sleeping there quiet? You know what I've done? I put on Mama Cat is over here sleeping by my cards. The rest are on my bed. I've been playing classical music for them all day, and they've just gotten into this hypnotic little whatever. So, but you can bet when John's energy comes, oh, I just saw an orb. You can bet when John's energy comes out, hello, they will be here. Now, here is a little bit of housekeeping, my darlings, that I would like to do if you don't mind. Because if you would like to have a reading with me, here is a little QR code that all you have to do is clickety-do, and you can get a reading with me. And there are different services there. So if you would like to pick out a particular one, you are more than welcome to do that. You can see there's also a link in the chat, and you can see there's the QR code. So thank you so much for all of that. And I want to show you, if you would like to go over and do a little psychic shopping, let me show you what I got. Let me show, oops, I cut something off here. Hello, it's like being in, oh, and in the meantime, hello, we have, what do we have here? We have this beautiful, what the duck, thank you, and it's gifted 10 memberships. Welcome to each and every one of you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the new members. Here we go. And welcome to the new support. Thank you for your support, and welcome to the new support. Thank you, thank you. What the duck. Thank you, my darling. So, yes, playing the calming hurts for the kitties. Playing calming hurts. You guys would laugh at this one. My mama, the gray that sits up around here with me, she's learned how to stomp. You see this back? She gets mad. She has broken the leg of Poe. I don't know how many times. she's a mean girl, but I just love her to pieces. And she's a turd. She's just a turd. And she'll get on. This is a wooden table behind this sofa here, and she gets on there and stomps like holy moly. My darling, I do not. I'm waiting until I get moved, which I may have an update on my birthday about me moving. And when I do, I will definitely give you the updated address. And thank you so much for thinking about asking me. That is awesome. Okay, so now I have a little something I want to share. I got a little something I want to share with you. Where are we? Yes, we are. Let me show you, my darlings, what we have. Do you see that? Hello. Do you see that? I wrote a Kipper deck, how I read the Kipper. I have authored that, And we now have Kipper decks back into stock. But here's the other very, very exciting thing that I want to share with each and every one of you is you see these little bracelets? There's bracelets for protection, for new beginnings, healing, anxiety, and they're very reasonably priced. And I'm just going to say it during this time of all this negativity and all these things, you might want to consider getting one of those. And those old style Lenormand decks, I'll tell you what, these are beautiful. You would like these. You would like these. Do you see these? Let me see if you can see them here. I'm holding them up. I'm holding them up. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. There we go. That's what they look like. That's what's in the shop there. And we have those, all kinds of wonderful things, my darlings. So stop on over, and then there are the tarot journals and my guide to cartomancy and a tarot guide that I've written. And I've done that in conjunction with True Oracle. And that's who I'm sticking with. Now, if you want to go on here and you can see, of course, I'm not available right now because I'm with you. But there is my little bio, and it is wee little because I have a bio probably an arm's length. I'll read this to you though. It just basically says introducing, hello. Introducing intuitive psychic medium Zelda Kelly, gifted, kind, and compassionate. Zelda will make you relax and feel like you are good friends. She loves animals, nature, loves to read. She has hundreds of excellent reviews. Known for her accuracy and intuitive abilities, her readings are truthful, filled with information, guidance, and advice. A reading with Zelda Kelly is a life experience that will resonate with you for a very long time. And then it goes and tells what I've done and blah, 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 and my experience. And I've done all kinds of stuff. And, you know, a renowned tarot and cartomancy teacher teaches master classes in laws of attraction, clairvoyant, clairsentient, intuitive psychic medium, skilled tarot and cartomancy reader, pendulum, scrying, ordained, a doctorate in metaphysical sciences, and author. I speak English and a little bit of German and some other languages and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there we go. But if you want to go on there, look at all these reviews. Some of them you know. And there's one on here from Hank. And when I saw that, I thought, oh, heck, that's not that Hank. No, it is not. But anyway, my darlings, thank you for indulging me with that. And there we go. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So head on over there if you want to check that out. And there we go, my darlings. And there's a little something that I've made for those of you who have already purchased. So when you purchase a Kipper deck, I have made an exclusive video just for you that I show the Kipper cards and the readings and, you know, blah, blah, blah. So yes, I am German. I'm technically Lady Zelda von Gertlitz, and my family tree is from the border of Poland and Germany, and I've got a little bit of Italian, a little bit of Irish over here, and you never know. You never know. But there we go, my darlings, and thank you so much. Now, let's get to business. All right, here we are. I'm going to hide that. We're going to get to this. And just let me get set up here for a second, a little second doodle. So I had a wonderful German lady, Goethe and Herta, two sisters, that they read cards. They're called Cartomantas there in Germany. And boy, oh boy, they don't mince words. You get a reading from one of the those types of ladies that are the foreign ladies, oh, well, forget it. You know, they're going to tell you it doesn't make any difference. And it cracks me up because I love it. Oh, here we are. So I'm screwing things up. Welcome, Mercury retrograde. Here we are. As long as I don't cut you all off, I'm good. I'm good. So here we go. And please don't forget the link in the chat that is pinned from Wiesbaden. Oh, good. The link in the chat to donate to Karen. That's how we can help. Even if it's 50 cents, right? Even if it's 50 cents, anything helps. So head on over to the shop when you're ready, my darlings. And you can follow the scroll. In fact, I'll put the caption back on. There we go. We're also on Facebook as True Oracle over there, if you'd like to look that up. But let me get ready. Let's do some EVPs because I know everybody is rocking and rolling and ready. Here we go. Oops, hold on. No, cancel. Don't leave the site, Zelda. Don't leave. Here we are. Give me just a second. Got to make sure that I'm all plugged in. And I'm just kind of taking my time, you see, because with Mercury being a turd, well, I just want to make sure. See, that I'm going to make sure that I have the wrong plug because that will work. Here we are. Now, so glad you're here. If you are pausing, bless you. Oh, this last Mercury retrograde was a bear that we had. Ooh, where we go. All right, my darlings. Let me check out this and make sure that you can all see it. There we go. Yeah, I think so. I'll make sure that one is a little bigger than the other because, hey, we need, this stuff is important. I don't like this placement. I don't think I do. Let me see there. Hello, you see my studio. There we go. Get these goodies out of the way. And make sure that we are ready. Now, I'm going to use this box to prop it up. Thank you, Kipper. And here we go, my darlings. Are you ready? Here we go. Somebody said they love this little hand on here. I love it too. Oh, let's just get into it. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. And look at this. Ready. At the ready. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Okay, thank you so much for being here. We are asking for the... Oh, hi, Cammie. I've seen you there in Melanie's. Thank you so much. Thank you for becoming a part of this. I'm so happy you're going to love it here. I know you will. Welcome to you, my darling. Okay, we are asking for the energy of John to come in to give us information. It is John only. No other energy is allowed or welcome. You must go back if you are not John's energy. Thank you. So here we go, everybody. Get your pens and paper ready. I have pop-ups happening all over. Here we are. First word coming out. Try. Okay. There's another one coming out as well. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Cheryl. I would give you the little support thing, but I don't want to take this off. Thank you for understanding and welcome to all of the new. Oh my goodness. Bless you for being here. Bless you. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Boozy she is. Cheryl is amazing, isn't she? I'm just so honored to have little Boozy here with us. I just adore you, my darling. And wait a minute, happy International Women's Day. Hello. What kind of a chick would I be if I did not wish each and every one of you that? Thank you. Welcome all new members. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, John, we need some guidance and direction, and we would like to have you share with us what it is you would like us to know, or do you have a message for Karen? Hello and welcome. Come in, learned attorney Betterow. I've seen you before, my darling. Thank you. Thank you. Look at Boozy. She says, one of the best chats around, love being here. Well, I love you guys too, because you guys are, we know how to sit. We don't have to sit here and be tough, right? We know how to, and I apologize. I am just tickling. But we can say many things without saying many things, right? I love spending Saturday night with you guys too, and I love it that you're here, and thank you so much. It is fun here. I would not be Zelda if I wasn't picking. Here we go. Listen, I love spending Saturday nights with you. Next week, I'm going to tell you a few stories. We'll do this. We'll do some things. We'll read cards. I'll probably have a giveaway, so you don't want to miss this. I don't know what it is, Kelly. It is just like this little tickle. Okay, here we go. Senior. John, are you calling me a senior? Because that might be true. Although I won't tell anyone. What would you like us to know, John? Is there something that you would like us to know? I have a question too. When I was explaining what you showed me, was I on track with that? Did I explain that correctly when you were in the hospital? Senior in high school. I'll take that. Young. Aw. Thank you, my darling. Was Colin, aka Colin, a senior? Okay, so was I describing your situation correctly, John? Program. Oh, this is going to be active tonight, you guys. I can see that right now. Scruples. Oh, yeah. Well, that's one thing that those people don't have, right? So, John, you heard when you were showing me, or that you allowed me to see these things with you. Is there anything more you would like to tell us? Once there, is there anything that you would like to tell us about Karen's case going forward? Is there anything that we missed? Okay, Boozy, thank you for that. Aw, Eminem. They sure do, Laura. Thank you. They sure do. Corner. Okay. Hey, and while John's giving us the word, please do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe. That I do believe that they are manufacturing things. That's the CW, in my opinion, is what they're saying, is manufacturing things. George. Who is George? Anybody know a George connected to the case? John was cornered, that's right. Thank you, Auntie BB, too. You know what? I do the same thing. When I go into somebody's live, I hit the like button right away. John, when you and I, hi Holly, when you and I spent time remotely together, can you tell us what that law enforcement agent was doing, patting you down? Why was he patting you down? Oh, really, Elizabeth? Okay, thank you. Engine. I read about that. That was very interesting. Whose engine are you talking about, John? Is this Karen's engine or an engine from another vehicle? Is this car data? Is this an infotainment system? The info system? Whatever that is? Inform? Can everyone hear okay? Oh. Ideal. Oh my gosh, it is thundering so loud. I didn't even know we were supposed to have rain today. Oh, Saggy, thank you so much. You're so kind. Thank you, thank you. But I've been around a long time, and I've had the opportunity to do a lot of things. Ah, George Jenkins. Okay. What, honey? I didn't even see you, Kim. You're cool. Correlation. I got you, Kim. Don't even worry about it. Incident. Oh, this is going to get good, everybody. Hang in there. Hi, Mama. Come on in. There's room. You know, I'm not so sure, but it almost feels as though they made a big deal about Karen's vehicle, the infotainment center thing, and now all of a sudden you don't even hear about it. Did that just go away? I mean, incident. Thank you, everyone. Won't. Okay. So the incident won't. Correlation to another incident. I'm thinking Craig Casey possibly. That's a good possibility. Yeah, that's right, Chloe. Karen won't back down, and I'm thrilled for her. John, I want to show you something that I made for you, and I want you to tell us about it, okay? I know you've seen it. So here we go. There you go, John. That's my vision of you walking Chloe. So tell us what you think about that. Will you do that? Will you tell us? Yeah, I don't think we ever got the report on the testing. Thank you, everyone. I do have that similar on a cup, on some cups and shirts in the shop. Come on, Sammy. See what I tell you. Here's a little girl, and her name is Sam. She's come to visit. I'll show you that again later here, before we leave again. Thank you so much. Roxy, I do have that on in my store. It's on shirts and some cups and mugs. Projection. That's right. That's my projection of how it is. Oh, wow. Thank you, Boozy. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, the link to the shop is in the show notes in the description, so you all can check that out too when you're ready. Yeah, she's sensing. She always knows. There's all kinds of things in the shop now. If you all want to check that out, I appreciate it. Remember how he said be brave on the one EVP? That's in there as well. Thank you very much. That's very kind. I should, I probably should frame that comment and show it to quite a few of my exes. But thank you, my darling. That's very sweet. Hank's Nefarious Nose Scrunch. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Good, Marie. Good, good. Finally home. Can enjoy EVPs much better now. Good. Welcome in. It's good. Let's say hello to everybody. You guys say hello? You guys say hello? Thank you, Deanna, for being here. I just thank you, everyone, for being here. I just want to thank you. I mean, if it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't even be here. Well, I might. I might. That might be a lie. Yeah, she's my mama, Sammy. There we go. Glad. Oh, look at that. There, X is for a reason. Absolutely. I'm intolerant of bad behavior. That is my thing. I'm so glad, Terry. Thank you. I love having you here. I don't waste my time on, wondering, why, things didn't work out for a reason, and I don't waste my time. I can't waste my time with that. Glad. Spanky does do a lot of projection. How many cats do I have, Marie? I have 6 now. I did have 10, but I've lost 4. Noah. No, yeah, right. I need an ARC too. If I take on any more, I'm going to have to be state funded. They were ferals. And I lost 4 of them over the last 3 years. Sober. Somebody needed to be sober, John. Good. Yes. Thank you, Bonnie. She's my girl. Younger days, I worried about stuff. Now, no. My theme song is Love is Kind of Crazy with a Spooky Little Girl Like Me. People, a lot of men don't understand what I do, and it bothers them because they think that I can read their minds. If you're, that doesn't make any sense, but okay. John is now sober, which is good. Yes, he is very sober now. It's in my phone. There you go. John, can you tell us, can you give us an idea or a hint of what is going to help Karen get acquitted? What is coming? Yes, Kelly, there you go. I love it too. Surface. That's different. Terry, I love it. Perfect. I do imagine many men would have problems with it. Yeah. Yeah. It's just plus my schedule. I don't have time. By the time, the end of the day is over, I'm baked. I don't have time. Right, Kelly? I am so happy now. I mean, that could change. Let me out. Oh, wow, Hank. Oh, wow. I have a girlfriend who's, oh, my goodness. That's amazing. Thank God for your friend. Oh, Bonnie. That kind of got to me, everybody, that he's saying, let me out. What was that? What is that? Let me out. Hi, Karen. Welcome. You just missed if he said, let me out in one sentence. I don't see those often when I do this. I don't think, Amy, that he's stuck. I think he chooses to be here, volunteer, because he could be released at any time. See, he's volunteering. Yeah, that was kind of creepy. But I don't think he's in the, he's already there. This is his energy looping. So his spirit is okay. He's gone. This is his energy that remains. And that's what happens when these type of things go the way they do. He's going to stick around until Karen is free. I will tell you that. He's going to stick around. And I don't think it's a, I think he's a, you know, he knows he can leave at any time. We've already had that conversation. No. No, Kimberly, that's a good question. I don't think that he could muster the energy to appear in a full body apparition. I wouldn't want to. I don't think he needs to. I don't think he's earthbound. His energy chooses to be here. I don't know, Bonnie, what let me out means. You know, we're asking about Karen, and we're asking about a lot of things, so I'm not sure. 70 times 7. Yeah, Kim, that's good. Let me out. There you go. There you go, Marie. Thank you. All of them, she's about 12. And all of them are over 8. So they're not young. Could be. Do you think that John was speaking for Karen? I think so. I think he was speaking because we're talking. I don't think that this is him being under duress. Answer them. Wow. Wow. Answer them. Slayer. See, there's more than one person that did this. John, I'm going to ask you a question. Did Karen hit you with the Lexus? Can you tell us that? We know the answer. Can you tell us, right? Were you hit by the car or the Lexus? Yeah, Kelly, he sure is. Hi, Polly Pockets Power Trip. I love that name. Could John? He could be, but I don't know. It was she? Her name is Sammy. She's the mama. She's the mother of all living. She's a big girl. Someone lying in wait. Yes, Slayer. That's why I think when they said answer them, that's what I'm getting. He's not answering about that, so I think that he's already answered when he said answer them, Slayer. John, can you tell us, was Higgins in the basement with the rest of them? I feel it is. No, I'm good, Terry. No. I have allergies, and I'm allergic to cats. So I just have to. No, I'm not coming down with anything. It's nasal allergies with this person here and all the rest. Thank you, though, for asking. I'm good. Allie, that's a good thought. Answer them, all the witnesses who refuse to just answer the questions. Yeah. Oh, that's a great question. John, we'd like to know, are you haunting the people that did this to you? Are you haunting the bad actors? You're welcome, Kim. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Terry. Yeah, this was her. She was the one watching the line. She was sitting on my lap. And we were watching on my iPad, and she was so fixated on the line. 4. Okay, my darlings. Oh, that's a good. Thank you, Hank. Thank you, Hanks. Thank you. Floor. Did you see on the CDC website about having a zombie apocalypse? That was a different time. Floor. Wow. That's what I'm getting, Kelly. I don't think that he's going to name names of these people, and I actually would prefer that they don't, that he doesn't. Famous. You are famous now, and so is Karen. Very, very, very famous. And I would prefer that he didn't mention these names, only because people are watching, and I don't want problems and false, people getting upset. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. The CDC did have that on their website in 2020. We're not going to mention that time period, but they said what to do in case of a zombie apocalypse. Pardon me. Nevertheless, There's some big words tonight. My darlings, I'm going to leave you just for a second. I'm just going to leave you for a second. I'll be right back. I'm back. Cheers, everybody. Oh, yeah, bone broth. But here, I've got stuff, and you know, I did not take it today, so that's my fault. I have some nasal stuff that I take. I have Zyrtec, my darling. Thank you. That's what I forgot to take today. And if I take it too late, then I won't be able to sleep. I'm back. And you know who else was in Poltergeist? Run to the light, Carol Ann. Wasn't her name Zelda? Isla. La Isla Bonita. Right? Isla. Member? Run to the light, Carol Ann. Zelda. I think she's passed away now. Stool. Yeah, I take Flonase too, Kelly. Yeah, that's her. Zelda is her real name. Used. A used stool. Did they set you on a stool in the basement? Oh, God. Boozy, right? What, if anything, did you sit by the window? I have a question to all of you, my darlings out there. Did anybody ever say that he urinated on his clothing? Ask John. Zelda Rubinstein as Tangina. Carol Ann. The energies are not right. Don't go to the television, Carol Ann. You remember the pastor in the Poltergeist movie that came to the door? He was actually really looked like that because he was sick and had the C word, and he wanted to do this before he passed away. I got you, Bonnie. I got you. Yeah. Ask John about urinating on himself. Who, if anyone, drove the ambulance? What, if anyone, tells a lie? I thought the testimony was vomit. I never heard urine, but he says, he told me urine. Yeah, he was definitely, and he said he bit his tongue, dissolve. Okay. I know, right, Marisma? Oh, that whole thing was creepy. Right, Polly? And they never mentioned that. Why? Could be that they washed his clothes. Drink, see? You were drinking. Everybody was drinking, John. John? Picture. What picture, John? Oh my. Chew. Oh, yeah. I just said that. He bit his tongue. I think that's what he's meaning. He bit his tongue. Put. Okay. Did someone put his socks back on? Those were not his socks, he told me. So yeah, and they were backwards. Look at this. Look at the energy, everybody. Cute. Okay. What does cute mean? I think so too, Boozy. Is there a picture of the event? I don't think that, I don't think so. Well, wouldn't that be something if there was? Studio. I mentioned last night I was in my studio. What do you need to tell us? Maybe he's talking about, you want to see the picture again that I made? There we go. We'll leave that up for a minute for you. Well, is that okay? Do you like that? They weren't even his socks, Kim. That's what he's told me. They were not his socks. They put them on upside down. They were wrong. He had basically said they were brand new. Hey, Brenda. Love you too. Thank you so much. The picture in the studio. They're all being cute. Yeah, they think they are, don't they? Spin. Yeah, Amy. I actually edit and I make James. Who's James? Stir. Stir the pot. He sees the entire picture right now. So yeah, I make my videos and I edit and I make that kind of thing. Could be. Elizabeth, you're totally right. They never ever thought that Karen would fight so hard. They thought she would take a plea and it would all go away. That's a good question. Point. I did point. You want me to point? Thank you. I thought when this was over, I would have one of these printed and framed and give it to Karen. Let's see. What do you think of Auntie Bev? Can you tell us anything like that? She stirred dissolved drink. I don't. There's a. I mean, I don't want to sound bad, but there's a quote from a book that says that the dead tell many tales. Middle school, James. Yeah, baby, it's a total cluster, isn't it? You would probably say the other word, but I don't think it's in that dictionary, so you can't say it. Anybody wants to know, this little contraption right here comes with about 10,000 words, although it doesn't have bad words like that in the dictionary. And you can add words if you want. I think I've added just a few, and that's about it. Yeah, I've always said that I have this vision of John walking Chloe in heaven. That's right. I think that's what John pointed to Higgins at the waterfall. Oh, he sure did, didn't he? I did not paint that. I used some AI. I have a few programs for that. I have some animate programs. I have so it's a combination of layering between Canva and DP animation and I can't think of that. Adobe Premiere Pro. Oh my gosh, yes, Boozy, James Gallinus. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Proctor was texting him. Wow, see, this is why. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is why I love having you all in here, because you guys are my little detectives. Okay, I got to put this up here because this is important. Michael Proctor was texting with Galanus, I hope that's right, Galanus on February 18th of 2022, asking him for ring surveillance videos of homes in Canton, despite the fact that Canton police were conflicted off of the investigation. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you for that information. I did switch. This is I don't use StreamYard anymore. It's way out there. And in order to have a collaboration stream like I do with our friends over there at Fate and Fortune True Oracle, I mean it's crazy expensive per month. This is a OBS called Restream, and I'm very happy with it. And I noticed, I think that Aussie Insider uses it too. So it's Restream. I do have a paid version because I do like to do a few things and, you know, whatever. So, yes, it was Karen. Yes, it was up on his property. Video Jesus had a wonderful video about that. I like hearing about the techie stuff. That's why I like hearing from Richie Microdots sometimes. I know he's very busy. He's almost underground. He's working so hard. Thank you, Catherine. If you do like that, I have another version of this that is on coffee mugs and t-shirts, and I think some hoodies in my shop. So if you like that sort of thing, you can go on over there and check it out. I'm going to tell you, we're not going to be able to walk away from this case. I mean, somebody asked me the other day, what are you going to do when Karen's case is over? What are you going to I'm going to do the same thing that I'm doing now, because there are some people that have to be brought to justice. And it takes a village sometimes, and it may take a country, it may take the world. And I won't stop until we figure this all out. And I've got to tell you, the more this goes on, the longer it goes on, you see, the longer that a lot of these things are coming out. Kim, I'll tell you what, I agree with you. If it were not for Turtle Boy, I mean, I may not, you know, agree with everything, but I got to tell you, property, yes. But I got to tell you, if it weren't for him, he's a hero in this. He's the one who brought this to light. Oh, Skyview, I don't know, honey. I don't know. I haven't heard. I haven't heard. We'll look for her, though. Thank you. We'll all be here together. We've got a little ways to go, because after this is over, Karen is then going to go, I believe, with the civil suits. And then there's Walsh. There's the Walsh case. Oh, my. There's the Walsh case. That is going to be taken up in October. We'll probably follow it. That is a wild case. Absolutely, Jules. Absolutely. No, I agree, Polly. Look how many people still look into the Avery case, and in my opinion, yeah, I'm still thinking May. I'm still thinking May that Karen will be done with this. But March, hold on. I mean, it is just the 8th. Hello. There's more coming. It's amazing. I've got to say this. Some of the youngsters that are associated with this case, they are social media hounds. And the moment that they think this is totally over, watch social media. They're going to start talking. They're going to start talking about it. They're going to start saying things. What angel? We have not heard anything on Enrique, which is disturbing. I first heard of this case because it was broadcasted. It started coming over my YouTube feed on my YouTube show. Oh, are they boozy? I'm not on any of those stuff. I don't watch them. Okay. I don't watch them anything. Capture. Well, I'm going to tell you, we have to stay strong for Karen. But in the wrong, I just want you to remember, if you look in Genesis chapter 50, it talks about, Joseph with the coat of many colors. He's at the end of his life and he's reflecting to his family and everything is fine. And then he says, what was meant for my harm, God turned to the good. And that's what I believe in this. I mean, how many times has Karen shown up as the champion? How many times has this shown up that the bad actors are doing whatever, Yeah. Court clerk Jimmy. Oh. We'll probably go, let me see. My devices are starting to get warm. We're probably going to go another 30 minutes. We've been here since 7. Yeah, Kim, that's right. That's right. Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. That's right. I think of Dolly Parton and her little song about the coat of many colors. Allegedly, this weekend is Caitlin Albo's bachelorette party. Oh, lovely. But, when you see this stuff, they won't be able, and I think that's one of the reasons why this whole thing with the feds backing away, maybe they are. Everybody is going to be walking away and thinking, oh, I'm free now. I'm not going to get in trouble. Okay, I can start talking about it. I can start flapping my jaws. I can start talking. Dolly Parton is a wonderful person. I know some musicians that used to play with her. No, Riley. Corey Richins. I have no idea what the Corey Richins case is. I may have to look into it. But this case is just consuming. I remember Will with the glare, Will the glare. in one of his streams said, I don't know what the big deal is. Going live is easy. This is easy. This is not work. Hello, Will. Hello, Will. Because you don't have hair and makeup you got to do, Will. Okay, well, Boozy, I'm glad you're saying that, and we'll just leave it at that. There are some who are walking around very comfortably right now. I'll just say that. Thank you. And we'll listen. We'll listen. Okay, she's the woman who wrote the children's book that unalived her husband. Gotcha. Oh my, some of these people. Cycle. 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 I don't know what cycle means. Cycle of life. Things will be cycling through. Okay, that's right. That's who she is. Thank you for letting me know that, Anna. That's right. She's the one that went on TV promoting the children's book. Geez, people are weird, aren't they? I mean, God, you can't. She's in Utah. Okay, gotcha. I just don't get it. Key cycle, maybe? Okay, key cycles. That sounds okay. Scorpio says there's talk that the McAlberts moved to Maine. Not sure if it's true. I know they vacation in Maine. In my opinion, they can run to any state they want to, but they can't hike. $30 cycles of data. I heard also when the last word came out. Okay. Oh, Paula Stevens. Anyone else notice on that is embroidered Fed's announcement? Or emboldened, pardon me. I said embroidered. Ah, emboldened. Anyone else know? Okay, yep, that's her. I think she was accused of fentanyl poisoning. Dear God in heaven, what is wrong with these people? Hello, Peter. Come on. Did you hear the cat go, hello? He always says hello. Come on, Petey. I know it, Angel. This is Petey. And Petey is Paranormal Petey. You want to say hi? He had a baby picture that had a big circle around one eye. So Petey is from, Petey is from the Little Rascals. Emulate. Oh, that's a big word. Well, I've got to tell you, my darlings, I want you to think, I want you to think about this. No, Angel. I want you to think about this. Think of, oh, do not bite Mommy. Think of being so famous for such a negative thing. As in, yeah, I'm going to squeeze him because he's such a little turd. Imagine having t-shirts, memes. Imagine, I would crack. Thank you, my darling. Thank you. This is Paranormal PD because he's one that sits around and watches the doorways and he watches orbs and, you know, poor things. They're used to it. Yeah, they're infamous. Of course, the kids are on the deeds because civil suit property can be included. Yep. They can't take it away from the kids. That's right. So they're structuring. Do you remember what I said about Al Capone, they couldn't get him for the Smartie, but they got him for tax evasion. Don't tell me they're not going to look web. Okay, as in the internet web or a tangled web we weave when we decide to deceive. Yes, Nancy, I'm sorry, that was my son. He's getting the chicken chili from I made earlier tonight that's in the crock pot. Don't know what the web is. Have I ever tangled web? That's right. Have I ever talked to Stephen Holly? No, I haven't. Collector. What does collector mean? When he said cycle, oh, what a tangled web we do. Yeah, web of lies. Creed. Now, look at that, my darlings. They have a creed. They have a creed that they follow. Something that they don't break. Do not bite me. It's a pretty man. You need a piece of gum. Violation. You heard body collector when that popped up? Cycle accurate emulator strives to mimic the behavior of an original hardware by executing instructions and updating the... See, this is why, my darlings, I have you guys here. Look at this. The eclipse that is coming, what does it mean? Well, it's taking on more things. It's almost as though, because it's a lunar eclipse, so it's based on some of the moon, and it's going into a full moon, which is a blood moon. That is a big thing. So, Amy, I am going to do a video on that, so watch, because it's too much really to get into here. But it's definitely, it's basically, I like to call it energy putting us on notice that, look, there's other things happening, and you may get a little upset, and you may get, and that's where this is coming. You may get a little upset, and you may get a little feeling like there's some outrage, or, you know, these things where you just like blurt things out and say things, and you just don't know why. I don't know. That's amazing, Boozy. I'm not sure, honey. I'm not sure. If Karen likes YouTube, I bet he would like that kind of music. Yeah, the blood moon is coming. It's a full moon. So we have the lunar eclipse on the 14th. Italian. Oh mio bambino caro. Italian. So we have the lunar eclipse. Okay, Kim, that's right. Which is on the heels of a blood full moon, on the heels of the Mercury retrograde. So 14th, 15th, 16th. That's right. So there, it's on the heels, you know, it's all, and those, the energy from all of that will, it's not like when, okay, it's over now, the day that it happens, it lingers. It has to dissipate a little bit. Tax Slayer is a program. Oh, yeah, that's right. Ollie and I have talked with him several times. I do believe he's innocent. I think, Kelly, it starts to move into place on the 13th. So we have to endure the sanction. John, is there going to be a sanction? That's right. Don't forget to charge your crystals, take your moon water. And my darlings, if you want those bracelets, order them so we can get them out, so you can get them charged by the full moon. Sanction. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, that's right. There's a lot, Laura. I'm telling you. And just other planets, March is just like, and it's not going to really clear up until the second week of April. And Mercury turns retrograde April 6th. So believe me, if I'm getting closer to getting my home, I may wait. Okay, Bonnie, thank you so much for being here, my darling. Have a great rest of the weekend. Sissy, the best way that I've made moon water is that I keep bottled. I don't use tap. You pour it in a jar that's got a screw lid, clean jar, it can be anything. And then you, when the moon is full, you set it outside so the moon rays hit the moon water. And I usually leave it out 2 days. Oh, you're shedding on me. Total. Handsome. Yes, you are, John. Totally handsome. Oh, I like this, Kim. Yeah, that's right. And sometimes if you want to, you can put a crystal in it. You can put a rose quartz in it. You can put, whatever. It's up to you. And then usually I'll drink a little bit or I'll use a little bit, Anything works, whatever you have. That's amazing, Kim. Thank you for giving us this information. DiZoglio, I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyway, she has the power to audit, including legislature, and issue sanctions on huge non-compliance or findings of wrongdoing. Wow. Drinking moon water and bathing in it is cleansing of power. Yes, it is. Laura B, I think it's a matter of sometimes if I'm, I'll anoint my cards with it. Sometimes I'll drink a little bit of it. Sometimes it just all depends. I mean, there's fierce energy in it. So, sometimes, and quite frankly, I used to be In the old days, before we had cell phones and all this other, we had landlines, I would wash my hands after every reading that I gave. Now I am so busy, it's an impossibility to do that. It's an impossibility. I think that's great, Kelly. That's wonderful. I'm going to put this up here. I'll be right back, my darlings. And right here, I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh, Bonnie, yeah, the moons, everything else. Yeah, you're going to have a weekend next week, girl. Absolutely. I think what he's telling us is that this is a huge case. It's a huge deal. Universal. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, there you go, Kim. John, we're down to our last 15 minutes. I'm checking my devices. We're down to our last 15 minutes, John. We love the fact that you're here and your energy is talking to us. Is there something more that you would like to share with us? Is there something more you want to share with us, talk to us about? Wow, Hank, that's wild. I hear that too. The world is watching, Karen says. It's very true. Greetings. Back to Australia. Auntie Bev's DTs, thank you for being here. It's got to be early. Well, you are future. It's tomorrow for you. That's a good question, Kelly. Funny. Are you telling us to have a good sense of humor and to just do the best we can? What would you like all of us to know before we say goodnight? That question comes from Kelly. What is there anything you can tell us? What would you like? Is there encouragement? Do you have a message for Karen? What would you like us to know before we say goodnight? Good night, everyone, especially those who are not YouTube or love you all for all you do. Thank you so much, Molly. Sunday afternoon, Zelda. Okay, my darling. There you go. And welcome, and thank you for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. The Aussies are here. Hi, Shona. Oh, you're fine, Ollie. We're laughing about the handsome. LTL had a donor in his chat that was from Norway. Melanie did too. Melanie Little. Remember last night he said come back. He did, and we are here, John. So, is there anything more that you would like us to know? Is there a final word, or because we'll be back soon? We'll be back soon. We have to. Hey, and you've got to be here next Saturday. You got to be here next Saturday. Hi, Shona. And don't forget, everybody, check out the store because I've got really a lot of really great stuff over there, reasonably priced. John had a great sense of humor. I remember watching a video of him mimicking his niece. I saw through those too. It's really sad, isn't it? Star. I love that. Good night to all behind me, and it's been wonderful to spend the afternoon with you. I love you. Night to all. Thank you, Auntie Bev's DTs. Thank you, thank you. And I don't want you to forget Manifestation Monday at 1 o'clock Monday afternoon. We're going to be talking about some very intense things. Screen. Okay, what's on the screen, my darling? Mathematics. Yeah, because I do think 2 and 2 do not add up to 4 in this particular case. But yes, we're figuring it out. Marie, she sure did. Melanie is top. She's top shelf. I just love her. Event. Wonderful. It is an event. Thank you, Jules. Thank you, thank you. I love Melanie. She's a good person inside and out. Leap. I think we have to have a leap of faith. I think that's what he's telling us. Sometimes it's hard for energy to be predictive. Community. Okay. Screen. The video Hank showed. Oh. Not Trooper Paul's map. No, isn't that right? Search. Okay. We're continuing to search. We're continuing to go search. Definitely. We'll continue. Math ain't math. That's right. That's right, my darling. The math ain't mathing. I love that. Projections on the screens are clues. We have been noting the icons and pop-ups on the prosecution laptops imply improperly handled evidence. Yeah, like the person who had cap cut at the end of their thing. It's physics, that's right. Costs long. Good night, Scorpio 11. Get some rest tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, we got to think about Turtle Boy too. I think he's got another, he's got a link we need to put up in our chat too here soon. The community has to be wary. The community there, I mean, it's embarrassing. I feel for these people. I don't hear much from Rita, though, anymore. Searching. Gotcha. We gotcha. Good night, my darling. Thank you, Scorpio. Thank you so much. Will do. You know, I'm going to keep at this. We're going to keep looking. Auntie BB, get the anxiety bracelets. Yeah, absolutely. You can wear all of them. You can wear all of them. Now, I will tell you that it's like an elastic. It's a little tight. So Easy does it. Stretch when you first get it. Stretch just a little bit. Okay, just stretch a little bit and just ease that elastic before you put it over your hand, and you'll be okay. Oh, Karen, okay. We're just on with Mike Crawford with Young Jerks tomorrow night. Okay, good. Good. Turn your clocks forward tonight. Oh, that's right. Spring ahead. We're springing ahead, and listen, I'm done with the falling back. It's time to spring ahead. Thank you so much for reminding us to do that. Thank you. Laura B, I'll tell you what, I believe that with all my heart. I really do. Faith, because Karen is divinely protected. The world is watching. And for all of you new members, iron. You know, I'm going to tell you something. Iron chases away demons. And I really think that there's some darkness over that courthouse. Pardon me. I want to spring ahead forever. Oh, well, welcome, Nurse Corky. I just saw I had to wait 10 minutes to talk. I came from Melanie Little Channel. Greetings from Montana. Oh, I remember you. Thank you, Nurse Corky. Greetings. Thank you for your patience, too, because, you know, some people come in and they're not so nice. So that's why there's a 10-minute wait. So thank you for being here. It's wonderful. Loud. I think we need to speak loud. We do. Nurse Corky, you're going to love this community. We are a close-knit community. We care about each other. We care about these cases. You know, we're all here for each other. And believe me, what one don't think of, the other one does. And we'll all swear to it. No, but we have a lot of fun. So I want you to come next weekend, next Saturday, are two special events for me. It is my birthday. We're going to have a celebration. I'm going to have a giveaway. And it's my anniversary. I've been reading cards for 50 years, 50 years. So we're going to celebrate next weekend. I still don't know what I want for my birthday dinner, but I know what I'm making myself a cake this year, and I know exactly which one I'm making. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't eat cake or any of those, and I haven't for a long time, but I'm looking forward to this. Oh, a golf iron club. Oh, yes. That, now see, and loud. Yeah, we can get loud. And we know, John, every time you go around the court, and we know it's you and the sirens. We know. We know it is. Anybody can tell us any differently. It's okay. I don't believe it. More witnesses for the defense. Now, speaking of which, I have pinned Karen's defense link in the chat. If you do make a donation, just please put hashtag Zelda if you want to. You can make 50 cents. It doesn't make any difference. She is wonderful. So there we go. She will be very grateful for whatever. I'll tell you the cake that I'm going to be making for my birthday. It is an old late 60s, 70s recipe. And my mom used to make it for me every birthday. And it is called a 7-Up cake. It's actually a Jell-O cake, but we called it 7-Up cake. Importantly, okay, now how you make a 7-Up cake, I did see that, Cammie. I did see that. They're trying to block everybody. Well, thank you, Auntie Bev DTs. Thank you in Australia. We appreciate you. Thank you. Much love to you. Um, how you make, and I do it with a white cake. You can do it with yellow. You can do it with any flavor you wanted, but I just prefer a white, like a white cake. Cast. They are, Karen. They're so good. And all you do is when you bake the cake, when it's cool, you poke holes in it. Like I do it with a chopstick. I poke holes, a lot of holes in it. And then you mix Jello, and like quick setting Jello with 7-Up. And you only use, like, I don't know, you don't use the directions on the box. You have to look it up or something like that. But when you do that, you pour it over the cake and you refrigerate it, and then the Jello will set up and it's delicious. And then you frost it with Cool Whip and not frosting. So I'll be here with my cake pan. No, I won't. That would be rude, but they're delicious. And I'll be eating the fire out of it. I'm going to tell you why I keep doing this. I got a little bit of my moisturizing cream in my eye. That was fun. Importantly, it's logical, yes, and cast. I think there's a whole cast of characters in this whole thing. It's an entire cast of characters. My dad used to make a birthday cake every year. Homemade red velvet. Oh, I love red velvet cake. My grandmother would also make a yellow cake with the cooked brown sugar frosting. That is such an old-fashioned. Oh, it was just so delicious. It was wonderful. All right, my darlings, you've got last word here coming. You've got, there you go, Kelly. There you go. And we'll just say we're having cake together. Last word, John, anything? Yes, I used moisture in my eyes and so forth, but this, I do, Karen. It's part of the Mercury retrograde getting ready for the stream tonight thing. Hazel. As in hazelnut. Which hazel? Okay, one more word. Wow. 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 Look at this. Look at this. Handful. Yes. Okay. John, every time we want to say goodbye, you all of a sudden come up with these things. Spell. Already. Okay. Okay. We're going to say goodbye now, John. And that means you have to say goodbye too. You can't linger here. So we're going to say goodbye, and you can come in sometime soon. Register. Okay. It just takes a handful. Hanks Nefarious, you are adorable. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. No gifts are necessary. You guys are my gifts. I mean, I couldn't even think of anything that I would want, to be quite frank with you. I have everything. I mean, I'm just happy I have everything that I really want right now. So, but thank you. Thank you. When I move, and after I think all this planetary stuff happens, I will be getting an address, like a post office or something. Okay. You keep fooling me, John. I keep saying that this is going to be it, and then it's not. Kelly, thank you for being here. Thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you, Standing Stones. Thank you, Auntie BB. Thank you, Boozy Beauty, for coming in and gracing us with your beautiful presence. Thank you, each and every one. I can't mention all of you because we have how many people? Over 200 and more than 200 people in here. So thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Old-fashioned yellow cake with chocolate. Oh yeah, that's just such a classic. You can't you can't beat that. You can't beat that. Okay, we're saying good night now, John. Good night. We're going to shut this off. Silence. Did you hear that silence? Maybe that was the noise that was so loud that he was talking about. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. Much love to you. Much love. Sending Karen love, and thank you to each and every one of you who donated to her. And you know what? If you can't, you can't. If you do, you do. You know, the best thing you can do is you can pray. You can pray for her because prayer changes things. And believe me, the tide of the battle turns. So she's going to be okay. But just get ready for this week. It's going to be a little hectic. It's going to be a little. We may be clutching our pearls, but it's okay. We're going to make it through. Thank you to each and every one of you. Be brave. Just like John says, be brave. Be beautiful. Be safe. And you know what, my darlings? Thank you for being here. Much love to you. Have a beautiful Sunday tomorrow. Monday, don't forget, on True Oracle's site, Manifestation Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern. You do not want to miss this one. Not at all. It's an important part of your manifestation journey. Thanks again, my darlings, and we'll see you again soon. And if anything really important comes up, I'll put it in the community chat, community stream, community tab. Hello, there we are. Keep watching each other. We're making it worldwide.